Hello, guys. George here from Delusional Design CNC. I want to talk to you about a couple things that we can do to greatly reduce our stress when it comes to CNC plasma, CNC milling, uh, 3D printing, laser cutting, running any design kit software. Doesn't matter the manufacturer, the make. Um, these are pretty basic things I'm going to cover today, and these things are going to be, you know, uh, just extremely valuable to prevent you from stressing and having headaches and being frustrated and being mad. No company lasts forever. No person lives forever. No computer lasts forever. Things are viruses and anything in the world that can cause settings or computer issues. And it's one of the most frustrating things in the world, especially when you haven't done this simple step. What is this simple step? Your computer comes with a button called screenshot. If you were to go in and screenshot your screens for your different softwares um, and go to your uh, settings pages, right? Document properties, whatever it may be, just take a screenshot of each page and save that and label that and put it in a file folder, right? Um, this would greatly reduce your stress trying to get your system back up and running. Should you ever have a problem, should you ever have to set another computer up or any of that. Furthermore, almost every one of the softwares you're ever going to install on your computer will have a help button. Okay, this is worth its weight in gold. Click it. Here's the manual for the software. Here's the keyboard and mouse reference. Ask them a question. Tutorials. All these different. These are videos on how to use the software. Command line options, facts. This is all like very, very helpful stuff. Um, and if you can, um, just use these things, get used to using it. They're there for your benefit. Um, this takes it to their website, and it breaks it down. It tells you about what different types of. I mean, any question you might ask me has already been answered 90% of the time just in the help section of every single one of your softwares that you have on your computer. Um, and these guys put these here to make it easier for you and help you um, should you ever have a question or have a struggle or want to learn how to do advanced things or just want to learn the basics. This is here. These are the things people should start with. So next one here is sheetcam, right? If I want to go to options, go to job options, I could take a screenshot of every one of these pieces here, and it will give me uh, my settings and let me know how things were when it's working, right? You go to machine here, I can go to post processor, I could screenshot this, and this will tell me my output file units, my output file extension, what post processor I'm running. I can go to the different stuff here and see what size the machine is, and just each and every page has different settings, and all it takes is moving one decimal point, one number, one thing clicked or unclicked changes the way everything works. So if you have screenshots of all your settings of each one of these pages, it's amazing, right? Like here, view. This tells you what's on your screen, and all I got to do here, I can change one thing here, and man, my stuff will change how it works and looks. Um, so we want to prevent ourselves from getting into a problem that's not easy to fix, right? Um, and that's how we do it. Screenshot, Windows Paint. These are our best friends in this case, right? Here, I go to their help section. It's got a help window, tutorials yet again, setup wizard, reset pane layout. You can install your file. You can check for updates. You can open the system folder, settings folder. you name it, it's right in the software. If you go to your, say, your plasma cutter, here, if that was your settings page that you've been running, screenshot it. It would um, let you know, hey, that's what I've been running. This is what I need to run. And then you get into your control software. Yet again, this is a great thing to do. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of the front page. Take a screenshot of your jog control page so you know you're running 10%. Um, go yet again to the help section. You go to your about. You can find out your software version, firmware version, hardware. If I was hooked in, I'd have a serial number. I could find out all of that. So I have my serial number saved in a picture, right? Uh, this help section gives me supported G codes, tells me all the G codes I could run with this controller. I supported M codes I can run with this. The supported other codes, right? And then I can just go through each and every one of these pages and take a screenshot, save my work offsets, save my tools, go to configurations. I can go to access setup, and go through, my X, take a screenshot of this, take a screenshot of my Y, Z, A, IO setup, my my IO trigger. I can go to my hotkeys, take a screenshot, right? Every one of these little things, some you could put back just that easy if you have a screenshot of it, right? My general settings, I can take a screenshot of this. I mean, something so simple as changing one thing being unchecked, one decimal being changed is going to cause your machine not to work. And this could all be prevented. Here, our appearance, how it looks. Man, uncheck one of these. Now it doesn't look the same. It doesn't work the same. So you might want to save these. Maybe make two folders of it. Make one to save on your thumb drive. Make another to save on your computer. That way, if the computer ever craps out, you always got it on another thumb drive, right? Or if you want to go set your computer up in the house, you can pretty easy do it like that. Like this one here is our diagnostics page in uccnc, so I can see, I have my enables on, and now when I'm not showing any errors, this is how things look, and I can tell when I have a problem. Like, man, if one of these switches was lit up, I know that that's not how it's supposed to be, right? And I can see then what pin it is and know where I need to go. So definitely some stuff that goes a long way. Um, Next one. Uh, you know, this not only works with the controller, but this works with your G codes and your files, right? Whenever somebody has a problem, the first thing I need to be able to help them is their G code and their SVG or DXF file, so I can see what is actually going on. And it is insanely um, easy for me to be able to look at the first couple lines and see so much information, that not having this is like guessing a crystal ball at what your problem is, and it's not going to work out good for any of us, and not just me, but anybody else trying to help you. This case here, it shows me the file name. It shows me this was using the V21 post processor. This is the date. It was done in metric right here. It was outside offset. Uh, it was layer white, tool T5. That was this tool, right? I can see, here's the torch being turned on. It's waiting for its arc OK. Then does its pierce, turns off the torch height control. It's going to do its lead in. Then it starts doing its cut. But there's no point where it's turning on the torch height control. So I'd say, oh, well, it wasn't on here, right? But I need to see the G code, because then I could tell, oh, yeah, it did have the torch height on at that point or not, right? And this is how I'm able to tell if you have a problem. But let's common sense this part out a little bit. Man, you open a file, it's not opening, it's messed up, you can't figure it out. Well, you had an old file that worked. Open it up. Look, hey, this guy's machine needs to run a V21 post processor, right? He needs to run metric for his output, because that's what it used to run, right? And if he runs these things, it's gonna work, right? So, this would be pretty simple to say. Let me go back into sheetcam, and if I go back into sheetcam, I can then make sure that I was running those settings in here, right? Post processor. Oh, I got mine in inches and I'm G code, but I'm not running that post processor. So if I made a code with this right now, it's not going to work on that guy's machine. That guy's machine worked with the other stuff. And because every machine's different, every series is different, every guy's cutter's different. Um, you know, you can't put pieces from one thing to another and then think it works, because G code just doesn't work like that. But we can figure out what our machine had just by looking at one of our old G codes. It's that simple. We can look at and see, here, this code has a lot of lines of code, right? Like if you didn't have a license in here or something, it would only give you like 17 lines of code. It's going to give you an error. These are things that we can open up. We can screenshot. No, man, how nice would it be to have a screenshot and say, I need that post processor to be this. I need my output units to be that. I need to make sure I use outside offset, select my layer, and everything's going to work. This is a huge thing uh, for you when you're doing this. So uh, definitely, guys, grab your computer, go screenshot, have fun with it, save it a bunch of times, save it a bunch of places. You will not be able to thank me enough if you do this, because we don't know how long we're going to live. We don't know who's going to be able to help us. Man, if you don't have a problem for 5 years, or if you have a problem next week, man, this is going to come in handy. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do this. Save yourself the headache. Nobody wants to change your settings and cause a problem, but far too often that's what it is. It's something so simple as one setting, and you got a problem, and it's a Saturday, and you decide to start calling me. Well, I got my son, and you're calling, you're mad because I won't answer on the weekend, and all you really had to do was look back at your screenshot and say, oh, hey, I didn't select the right thing there. Oh, I'm doing whatever, you might be doing, some milling or something. Let's say this is what your normal stuff would look like. You go, oh, there's the problem. I'm doing the wrong thing here. It's just that simple. If you take a screenshot of your settings, this is going to be your best friend, because once you have your machine and it's working, whatever's on there is obviously going to work for it later. So um, let me know what you guys think. And this all works for, doesn't matter what software, what controller, whose machine it doesn't matter. And it doesn't even matter if it's just the design software. Screenshot that stuff, get familiar with that. That's your best friend. Um, so anyhow, this will conclude our video today. Let me know what you think.